A CNN exclusive in the Russia investigation. An electronic trail has emerged showing a possible attempt to share hacked WikiLeaks documents with the Trump campaign. Let's get right to CNN's Manu Raju with these breaking details. Manu, what have you learned?
Well, John, Donald Trump, his son Donald Trump Jr., and others in the Trump organization, they received an email in September 2016 offering a decryption key and website address for hacked WikiLeaks documents. Now, this is according to a September 4th, 2016 email provided to congressional investigators by the Trump organization. Now, to put the time frame in context here, this email came months after the hacked emails of the DNC were made public and 1 month before WikiLeaks began leaking the contents of Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta's hacked emails, and shortly before Trump Jr. began an exchange of direct messages on Twitter with WikiLeaks. Now, congressional investigators are trying to determine whether the individual who sent the September email is legitimate and whether it shows additional efforts by WikiLeaks to connect with Trump's son and others on the Trump campaign. Now, the email also indicated that the Trump campaign could access records from the former Secretary of State Colin Powell, whose hacked emails were made public by a Russian front group 10 days later. The email came from someone who listed his name as Mike Erickson, and it was addressed to Trump, Trump Jr.'s personal assistant, and others. Now, the investigators are uncertain who the sender is, and CNN was unable to make contact with the individual. It's not even clear whether the email was a legitimate effort to provide these hacked documents to the Trump campaign. Now, Trump Jr., who came to Capitol Hill this week, was asked about this before the House Intelligence Committee behind closed doors, according to sources who told my colleague Jeremy Herb and I. Trump Jr.'s attorney told CNN that his client said he had no recollection of the email and took no action on it. Now, the use of a website and decryption key is a means to provide information. This aligns with past WikiLeaks practices. The idea is that WikiLeaks will post a data file on the internet, but it is encrypted and impossible to open without the key. The question here, though, is that did that actually happen here? We don't know the answer to that quite yet.
Just to recap here, what happened allegedly is that someone sent Trump campaign officials essentially the keys to access these WikiLeaks documents, hacked documents in possession of WikiLeaks. And just to be clear, Manu, is there any sign? Donald Trump Jr.'s attorneys deny that he did anything with that information. Any sign about whether anyone in the Trump campaign used these keys that were provided to them?
We don't know. We don't have any evidence of that yet. We do know that what Trump Jr. told the House committee was that he had no recollection of it. His attorney said that he did not act on it. And we don't know whether the president himself was aware of this. We know he's not a frequent emailer. We don't know if he was made aware of this message. And the White House did not respond to a request for comment. So the question that investigators have is that, did anyone know about this? And was this just another effort by WikiLeaks to try to make a connection here? Or was this not a legitimate effort? We don't know that quite yet.